All right, here I am with Tanya Heinrich after 12 weeks. Phenomenal results. I'm excited to share all this with you guys. So let's talk about this. Okay, 11 pounds, not an extreme amount, but at the end of the day, we don't want tons of weight dropping off because we want to keep the muscle and just burn the body fat, right? Those are the goals. Yeah. So we dropped 11 pounds, 10% body fat. We got down to 13.81, which is phenomenal. 1 inch we lost off our belly, but 4.5 off our hips. So that's where we were holding it, but that's where we dropped it. So let's talk a little bit when you came in. What your goals were, like how you were when you started, like how you felt about everything.
I wanted to come in to drop, well, basically to tone, because I knew for future we're planning on getting pregnant, and I wanted to get my body into shape before I got pregnant, so then it'd be easier to get back into shape. So that was the goal, is to just tone up, drop some weight, and just see some results toning, and which I definitely have.
Yes, you have. Let's talk about like weight standpoint. Like when you before you came in here, what were you doing with weights? How many times a week? What was the status
Maybe
there?
Once or twice.
Yeah, wasn't really up there.
Yeah.
And then cardio. How about cardio?
Not so good.
Yeah?
Yeah, not like I've hit it with this program.
So, I mean, it has been more of a daily kind of lifestyle change.
Totally. And I've enjoyed it too. And the more you do it, the more you get addicted to it. It's kind of like adrenaline.
It is.
Where it's like a drug where you want more, so it just becomes a natural, lifestyle.
Perfect. And you got the energy too from it. I mean, I know at the beginning it was kind of struggling, like this cardio.
But I mean, it just boosts your energy, and you start seeing results, and it just changes your life. So it's a great experience.
It was good, and you did amazing. Let's talk about, okay, so we did cardio, we did nutrition, or nutrition is what we want to dive into.
Right.
How was that kind of, before you came in, what were you eating to like, wow, this is different?
That was the biggest adjustment, I think. Because I've always been an athlete, so I've always had, that past history of working out, but I don't think anyone's ever put me on a nutritional diet.
Right.
So that was the first thing, is just the adjustment of what to eat, and going to the grocery store and finding all the things you're supposed to
get in that routine.
Rice cakes, I just never.
What's a rice cake?
So getting in that routine, then once that routine started, it just became easier and easier, because you didn't have to think about it. It's like, okay, I gotta eat this and this and this, and it was just easy.
Now, would you say the first 2 weeks were probably the toughest, but then after that it was just clockwork?
Yep. It became a habit, just like anything, create a habit, and it just is an easy, trend to follow once you get into the groove.
Totally. Now, as far as challenges, you said nutrition was probably the toughest.
I think so.
The first couple of weeks were just,
well, because for one, my husband and I eat out a lot, so that was hard, just adjusting to that. Like, okay, I gotta eat at home, and fix up chicken or fish, or, so that was hard. And then we travel a lot, we're spontaneous travelers, so being on the road, which we did during this 12-week time, and that was the biggest challenge, is trying to stay on track. And then say if I did get off track, it was about getting back on track, being disciplined enough to put yourself there to say, this is important to me, I'm paying good money to get see results, I need to discipline myself to get back on track. Because I cheated, I didn't stay strict all 12 weeks. I mean, it took.
You were able to throw some cheat meals in there.
Oh yeah.
But it was okay. Now I know what I need to do from a cardio standpoint, from weights, and not doing it late at night, right? Because I think sometimes it was like, okay, well, if I went out for an anniversary, it was like, okay, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then it comes down to more portions rather than just let's just indulge because I haven't in a while.
And that's what I learned, is portion control. Because anytime you go to a restaurant, they always overserve portion-wise. And you think you got to clean your plate. I was brought up that way. Clean your plate.
People over in this country that's not getting food, and then you're like, okay, I feel.
So you always wanted to get a happy plate, so I get dessert. So that's how you're raised. So it's just a mindset of changing your mindset of that, and just knowing that if I sit here for a minute, I'm gonna feel full, and then I'm not gonna be miserable. Like most of the time you finish that plate of meal out at dinner, you're miserable, but you're like, oh, I ate too much. So that alone has just helped my husband and I, Bruce and I, tremendously. He's even kind of followed path with that too. So,
leading by example.
So
getting that healthy lifestyle. And the thing that's cool about it is, now you know what it takes, and it's not just like, okay, I need to do this forever. It's in your head. You know what happens when you eat the healthy food. You see the results from the outside, but also the inside, the energy, the better sleeping, everything. It's a chain effect. So awesome stuff, girl. So one more time, we'll just kind of revamp these goals here. So she lost 11 pounds. She lost 10%. and 4.5 inches off of her hips and 1 off her belly in 12 weeks. So, kill it! Yeah! So, awesome job, proud of you, and stay tuned for more. Is there anything you want to add? Is there anything out there, any women out there that you want to kind of give any
I would
tips?
say, go for it. If it's something in your mind that you've always wanted to do it, because the results are unbelievable, and I'm glad I did it. Because I've always said in my head, I can do this on my own, I can do this on my own. I always felt I was disciplined enough to do it.
Yeah.
But, you get sidetracked, and when you have someone holding you accountable, that's what forces you to do it. Because like, I gotta work out with James. James is gonna see me, he's gonna weigh me in. And so, you want to see results for yourself, but you also want to show, your accountability that I'm doing this.
I'm capable of doing it.
Capable of doing it.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Awesome. Yeah. So for more, stay tuned at hitchfitgym.com or reach out to me at jameshannon.com. Thank you. There it is. Flex. Push, 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 push. Squeeze, squeeze. As fast as you can. Ready, set, go. Three, two, now come down all. Squeeze, good. Yeah, Tanya. Getting after it. Squeeze, good. Job. 3, 2, last one. Relax.